Arpit, I made you the host.
Yes, sir. I'm just sharing. Just give me a minute.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So this is the balance sheet. Can everybody see?
Yes.
Yeah, visible.
Yes. So I'll start with income and expenditure first. So this year we have only received three incomes. First is from membership share from the NHQ. That is around 1,30,000. And the other two are interest on FD and interest on saving bank. These are the three things which we have received. And on the expenditure side, we have an expenditure. There was an EOGM. You have to change this to EOGM expense, which was held for the taking over and handing over to the new management at NHQ auditorium. So there was a fees paid for 15,000 to the vendor, and this is the audit fees, and there is a conveyance charges for the staff which we had for first 5 months of the year, and there was an election expense which was there mainly for the ballot elections, which were afterwards it was re-elected by there were re-elections by NHQ. So that amount has not been added. I don't know whether NHQ will charge us or not. I have no idea on that. And the other these this event expenses, there was a foundation day last year which was celebrated, and there was some small gifts given to the invitees. And this also includes 9,800 for the trophies which we facilitated the NHQ new committee members. And 1 lakh is the legal fees, which there was a case. Everybody is aware of the same. This amounts to that. And there's a small repair and maintenance of the computer. And this is the telephone charges which we are paying every month. Earlier, it was used to be paid by Jan sir. Now it's being paid by me. And we are then taking the reimbursement. And this is the salary to Mayank for the first 5 months. And these are the server charges which we paid last year. And this is the Zoom license which we purchased in June last year, paid version. And so this is the overall income and expenditure which we have incurred, and the expenditure is more than income. So that's why we are seeing a loss over here of 168,477. And now we come to balance sheet. So there are fixed assets which we have in the office. Everyone has seen it, and there are FD. This year we got 14 lakh FD done in November and December, and this is the total investment in FDs. And there is a old debtor of IOCL. If Mukesh sir has joined, I would request Mukesh sir to look into this thing IOCL and help us in retrieving this money. Is Mukesh sir there, sir? No, I think Mukesh sir has not joined.
Pallavi has
And
joined, yeah, but Mukesh sir is not there.
no issues, no issues. We will ask Mukesh sir in AGM. We'll request him in the AGM once again. So we have a balance of 53,000 currently in the bank, and this is the TDS which has to be recovered from NHQ, 23,292, which pertains to last year also, and last year also, and now the current year TDS is also, which we'll be getting next year. So Anubha ma'am is the chair, so I would request ma'am to have a word with the NHQ and get us this TDS ASAP.
So for this, Arpit, we have got a mail from Pani sir today. I don't know whether you got a chance to see that mail. And he's instructed Lokesh to look into this matter on an urgent basis because we have an AGM on 25th. So I think we should get the details as fast as possible. It's already there.
No, this is TDS receivable. TDS receivable. We are eligible to get this. We have to just
For
write a
this
mail.
only, for
This
this only
pertains to
he's not.
past year. Okay, okay. Then we'll get it. We'll get it. And this is the GST balance at in the portal, which we can use it when we have income. When we do some conference or conclave, we can use this money to pay the GST. And then we come to capital fund, which is last year the capital fund was 23 lakhs, and now it has decreased to 21 lakhs. And there are creditors which we have to make payment. I'll show the details, and there are some expense of around 10,588 to be paid. So I'll just show the creditors. I think this is the old balance sheet. Just give me a minute. So here are the creditors. There are the three creditors. So unfortunately, we have to make payment to an ISTD NHQ of 57,600. This payment is because of we have received 49,000 on their behalf. I don't know from which company. By mistake, we have received this. So that's why we are showing them, we have to pay them 49,000. And this EOGM expense is paid to the vendor on behalf of us. Ajay sir, can you just tell us this thing that there was a mail from Mr. Basu? Hello, Ajay sir.
Yeah, right. So we had told Mr. Basu that this amount which was to be paid to the videographer actually, that you can pay from NHQ, and whatever NHQ has to pay us, they can deduct this amount in future.
Hmm.
So
So
this is
this
the amount,
was
and that's
basically for the video recording which happened for
EOGM.
Delhi chapter EOGM, not NHQ EOGM, Delhi chapter EOGM.
That was 31st of October.
Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Correct,
Hmm.
correct. And these are the payments which are to be made for, telephone charges, which I am paying from October, and this is the amount to be paid to Mukesh sir for the payment till August he has made before handing over to ad hoc committee. And there's an audit fees of 10,000, and this is the telephone expense of 589. So these are the expense, but unfortunately, we don't have money to pay going forward, because there is a liability of 75,600, and in totality, we have got in bank 53,000 as of now. So there is a deficit.
Yeah.
So that's why I see we need to cut the telephone expense also now. If anyone has a question, I'll be happy to answer. And any suggestions if they want, or we can just
Arpit, tell me
go
one
ahead.
thing. ये जो
Anything?
MOU बनी थी उसकी अप्रूवल किससे से मिली हुई है हमें? हमारे पास अप्रूवल है?
कौन सा?
14
मैम
लाख.
ये लास्ट MC ने पास किया हुआ था.
ओके डन. और दूसरी चीज, who is the lawyer जिसको हमने 1 लाख रुपए पे किया है?
हरप्रीत सिंह uppal.
Okay. Okay, to the group,
Waiting.
any query, any question? Okay, Ajay sir.
That's all. All right. So we are taking this.
Like to ask a question, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, whatever the payment we made, so we keep a record of approval for before doing any payment or tax deduction, original receipt copy. Do we have all such things against these expenses?
Ma'am, we have everything. We have invoices also, but original invoices, what do you mean by original invoices? Because any invoice given to us through their registered email ID or official email ID, we consider that invoice also original. We cannot deny that if somebody is sending some invoice through mail, digital invoice, we cannot deny that invoice.
Okay. The only
If we
concern
have
is
some
that have all approvals and records regarding
Yes, we
the.
have all the approvals. Yes, small approvals cannot be taken. Suppose I'm paying telephone charges, so that approval I cannot once again come and every month in MC,
That
and
is
MC has authorized it already. Mostly everything is authorized by MC.
okay.
Okay.
So,
Any other
okay.
questions? Okay. So what we are going to do is we will be placing the audited accounts once it is signed by the auditors uh, in front of all the members at the AGM. And the AGM has 4-5 agendas. I would request all the MC members to be present. This is going to happen physically at ISTD office on 25th at 3 p.m. Coming Sunday. I would request all MC members to please be present there so that we are in strength. Yeah. Mr. Akshay, you are saying
Yeah,
something.
this is how I would be traveling. I'm currently also not in the country. So,
Akshay, you're not in the country. Okay, okay.
no,
So, okay,
I'm
we'll
traveling till
miss you then.
28th. So that's why if we have an option of joining through Zoom or Microsoft Teams as well, if someone can connect the system
We
over there.
will see if we can do it.
And
We
also
will
it would
request
be
the
easier for
NHQ IT
other,
to facilitate.
yeah, even it would be easier for other members who are not able to come to join
Sure,
virtually.
sure.
Yeah.
We'll try that because
Yeah.
that's an extra expense actually.
No, if we have a TV, if we have a television over there or a projector, a laptop can
Acha.
be connected via Zoom or maybe Microsoft Teams now.
Let me just see.
Microsoft Teams doesn't have a limit
We'll
or something.
We'll try, Mr. Akshay.
Yes,
We'll try.
sure. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, Pallavi.
Yes, hi sir. So I just wanted to ask to everyone that like what Akshay Bhaiya, sorry Arpit Bhaiya told, that there is deficit amount like kharcha jata hai and then the amount is not there to be paid. So how are we going to overcome that? And are we doing any activities where we can earn money to compensate that? So that's what I wanted to ask.
Arpit.
So we are trying to organize things as we discussed in last MC also. We want to do something. We really want some conclave or conference so that we can get our chapter, again
But-
to
But
positive.
but
side.
last MC was like 5 or 6 months back, and it's been time. So delaying this much cannot be an intent, because if we hold regular meetings, probably we can't do something. But if we meet like after 6 months, doesn't make sense, no?
Right.
And more on this,
In fact, we had announced HR analytics program through which we were planning to get some amount for, but somehow it did not take off. Like we did not get enough participants, so we had to postpone that. So we will pursue it further.
And in fact, Pallavi and Arpit had taken the ownership for that hackathon. Even we could not do that.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Pallavi was mentioning that probably in the month of October, November, they would be coming up with a new set of youth program. So I think that could be a very
Oh.
good plan for a great revenue model.
Right.
So good.
Right.
Pallavi, you asked
Great.
this question. I think you have a great approach towards this. So I think that will help us.
Yes.
Yes, we can always organize in October, November. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Any other?
But I just wanted to ask, like, if we organize hackathon or something like that, we need funds for that also, like the setup and everything. So how are we going to manage that? We will earn definitely, but initially we need to put in money to set up and everything. We have to look. That's what.
We have to get sponsorship, ma'am.
Acha, okay.
We would have to request all the MC members and the other members of Delhi chapter also, so that they can help us in getting sponsorship, so that we get the money and we can make the expenses. Otherwise, unfortunately, we have to break our FD and make the expenses, which I think none of us would be in favor of doing that.
Right.
In fact, let's plan for a regional conference. So Ajay Sahu sir, the NHQ had asked us the proposal. We have submitted it. If we get a consent, it will be really good. And even if we don't get a consent, I think at a Delhi chapter, we should do something exceptionally well, and that will really help us. So probably let's meet once more after this AGM and, take it forward and understand what all things that can be done on a revenue generation basis. So one could be the regional conference, second could be the hackathon, third could be the outbound program, the paid program for the members. So I think that will give us the good revenue for chapter. That's my thought.
Right.
Hmm?
Sure.
Yes, that's okay.
Hmm? Now let's try and make one training program also organized. Maybe train the trainer, or maybe another something which is in a real need and hour of need. In fact, we can do the handwriting analysis. The gentleman who had come in one of the program, so that can be a model, where we can get money. So let's have a small capsule program and take it forward.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So
I think now we have to look into those events only where we can, drew money, like we can generate funds so that it will help in future programs also. Otherwise, we'll always be having deficit of money, which is not a good sign.
yeah.
But interesting,
Okay.
Pallavi, if you will see, all the expenditures are before we all coming in as a, the OB. It is all expenses are prior to it. After November, if you will see, the expenditure is actually very near. So I should say we should give kudos to ourselves that we have been able to save the cost.
Right.
that's maybe because we are not doing anything.
Akshay, I know what you're saying, but I think we will really expect and appreciate some kind of a new thought and engagement from your side also. That will help us.
Yeah, but for that we need to meet frequently, have some discussions.
So
with
you know
having
that we have a meeting every fourth Saturday and the second Saturday. Chapter people have started coming in and they've started giving an idea.
okay.
But yes, if MC member can come, because I see Ajay sir and me only. I'm happy that at least Pallavi was there in a couple of events in NHQ. But rest, we need support from each one of you. I mean, only 3 hands working.
Absolutely.
Sufficing, है ना? So I think that
Yeah.
will be good. I think let's meet up in the next second Saturday and fourth Saturday, the way we have already organized. Yeah, Ajay sir.
So fourth Saturday, I would expect all the MC members to join at least on fourth Saturdays when we are physically meeting every fourth Saturday at the Delhi chapter office. So that way, in fact, what we can do is after the event for all the members, or maybe half an hour before that, we can all meet the MC members. Not necessarily a MC meeting, but we can meet informally and exchange notes. That will be a golden opportunity every month actually to meet, rather than meeting just for formal MC meetings every 2-3 months. All right. Okay, so guys, thank you everyone for joining in. And
Sir, we have a point left for the auditor.
Okay, all right. Yeah, go ahead, Arpit.
So I would suggest that we do not reappoint the current firm which we have appointed. So, and secondly, next year I won't be able to make the accounts and everything. We need to hire someone who does this job. And also, the auditor has also mentioned that we are not preparing books of accounts and maintaining everything as per law. So that is not my job.
Yeah.
We need a guy who has to. We need a person. I cannot do full-time job of maintaining vouchers and invoices. We need a guy at office. Earlier, there was a guy who used to manage all these things. I was just a facilitator. I can just be a facilitator. I cannot manage everything on that person's behalf.
That the accountant, I mean the guy who would be doing the accounting for the chapter should do it, rather than having a full-time person, which we can ill afford. I mean, 25,000 per month is a big amount for a chapter which is not earning anything, right? So we can't afford to have a full-time person, or even a part-time person like Mayank, who was costing us around 14,000 rupees a month. Yeah, apart from the auditor, let's have a person to do the accounting, which needs to be done actually as per the financial rules of the organization every 3 months rather than at the end of the year. So every quarter the person has to do it, whosoever does it. Am I right, Arpit?
You are right, but we need someone who
exactly.
who will tell and who will make the vouchers, who will do everything on behalf of ISTD. Outside guy won't do that much.
Outside guy won't
do it.
So what will that outside guy do?
They will just prepare the balance sheet and finalize everything and give it to the auditor. That's it.
Achha.
Just like what I did.
Okay.
So my suggestion would be the same quotations which we got last MC, we should go as per them only, same only, and we should go with Bhavya so that he can again take up and do the finance, make accounts and do the auditing.
Even then,
because I think he was the lowest.
Bhavya won't be able to keep the accounts, right? For that, we have to hire a person, right? So that will be another.
But for auditor also, I propose his name only, because I cannot get it done by Mr. Sanjeev Chopra. Sorry to say that, but I won't be doing that. This is my proposal to complete MC. I won't be doing that because he has raised so many questions. But I have satisfied him to my best level. Okay, if somebody is asking me to provide the balance confirmation, I cannot provide the balance confirmation. I have already given the FD interest certificate, that too signed and stamped by the bank officials.
Right. So anybody
That
has
demand is that demand is unjustifiable.
any views on this?
I think for this, Ajay sir, all the MC members has to be there. We just can't do it with right now because I see Sheetal is also not there. Jen sir is also not there. Shastri sir is also not there. So I
So
think
we'll do one thing, ma'am. I propose to let's have an EOGM later on after the AGM is done. We will once again meet in the AGM and then decide upon the auditor and then we go forward.
whichever way you say, but I don't know. Accounts is not something which is my kitty. I mean, Arpit, you are the master of that. And I think it's just a matter of 3 months. If someone has to do a respective job, I mean, if we can do and take out a respective time from our busy schedule, I think anybody can do it. So no one is, it's hardly any transaction that is happening. That is what I would say. And just for a mayor work, I think whatever the pointers he has brought out, those 10 pointers out of that, I agree that some of the pointers is not to be, asked in such a detailed manner, but what his ask is also absolutely correct. So, I mean, if
Ma'am, so I'm saying, I'm not denying that. I'm saying you get the audit done from next year.
But that's not my job now, bache. That's your job now. You are a treasurer. I'm not a treasurer. If that would have been
Ma'am,
done,
who said if treasurer is not available somehow due to any of the reasons,
so
then
what
there will be no
the
audit. If I
solution
would
to
have
that?
been traveling out of country, then there would have been no accounts. You are saying like that.
No. But in that, I believe this
But
account.
you have to get a person who trusts me or trust us in
No.
having the financials. There was nothing, hardly anything with it could have been signed in one day. There was hardly anything. I cannot get each and every original invoices.
No, but
If you also
obviously,
send some invoice, if you send some invoice through your official email ID to GAIL or IOCL, they will acknowledge that and they will make payment to you. If I'm wrong, please let me know.
but Arpit, here one thought I have. The gentleman who was working with us prior, in the last financial year, when the FD were made, why didn't he arrange the FD slip at that time? He was on rolls.
Ma'am, I had provided him with the interest certificate which certifies that there is an FD. Please try to understand. There is an FD. There is
Agree
no
that. See, in
chori
that
chakari.
No. It is not about chori chakari. Let's not use such words. It is about the process and the protocol, right? Now, my question here is, the financial year that we are following is from April to March, correct? Now, if we can get it done on a quarter basis, and if we complete very well in advance, we won't be sitting in the month of 30, last spur of a moment to do this. My thought is just that. I mean, just go in a structured manner, and that's it. In which you
Ma'am,
will.
for that thing only, we hired some office staff, and there was other work also which he was managing, and he was managing everything in Excel. He used to do it. If you don't want to keep anybody, then it's okay.
I
Don't
know.
keep
See, the
anybody.
reason,
Then
the
we should
reason.
shut the chapter. I would say then we should shut the chapter. We should not continue anything because we are not focusing on the earnings. We are only focusing on cost cutting.
That was the first agenda for 3 months.
You
Understand one
Ma'am,
thing.
you are only saying that we have reduced the cost, that we are
Yeah,
not
we
incurring any
have.
cost.
Absolutely.
Yes, then the only cost which we are incurring is the telephone expenditure, which I'm going to stop from now. I'm not going to do it. Ajay sir, please write down this in MOM also. Due to losses in chapter and there is no earning, I won't be paying the telephone expenditure from now and we will get it discontinued.
No, because no one is sitting. That's a good point. In fact, we discussed last time also.
Yes.
We can stop that actually. In
I
any case, ये जो landline है, nobody uses actually.
Why do we have to pay unnecessary 500 rupees? And Arpit is taking full effort of, doing it.
नहीं, Arpit is right actually. Arpit is right.
तो उसको कर देते, बंद कर देते.
हाँ.
But from where do we get the internet if we shut down the landline?
Our mobiles, that's it. We don't require internet in the office.
And I think once we have a lot of activities which is like kind of need the internet, at that time we can take it up, So there are options that time we can explore. Plus,
But suppose we are holding a meeting, we need internet for
we'll do
some.
hotspot, Pallavi. We'll do hotspot. I mean,
Pallavi, unfortunately, we do not have funds to do that because I see
Correct.
we in future I see I won't be getting any payment back from ISTD Delhi chapter. So there is no point of spending money.
Yeah, we should.
won't
We
be
should
able to-
spend as
I
much
won't
as
be
we
able
earn
to-
actually.
I won't be able to do it if anybody from MC or anybody from OB can take that onus. Then we would be happy.
so what is
No,
the
no, we should not spend
uh,
more than what we earn. No, they're definitely not. We should not spend more than what we earn.
We have got 3 minutes left, Ajay Saucer, for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Zoom call given.
ठीक है. So,
Sir,
any other?
Lastly,
then
I just want-
we should then call for another MC meeting for the discussion of appointment of auditor, and you can just defer that point in AGM.
Either that or maybe just before the AGM, Mr. Divi Shastri is coming back on 22nd. Just before the AGM, maybe we can call for
If you
another
want, we
meeting
can have
also.
it. Yes, we can have on 24th,
22nd.
we can have it.
22nd we can have.
22nd,
Second or
as
23rd.
other members say.
Yeah, I wanted to say that if we focus now more on getting money for the chapter, that will be like really best, very good, like good approach, and
Yeah,
then we
that's right. Pallavi, you take the lead and do some take some initiatives which will earn some money for the chapter, right?
Okay,
Let's do
we MC can plan out and all the MC members.
Somebody has to take the lead because ideas, there are dime a dozen ideas, right? But actually implementing those ideas and making it a reality, that's what we want, rather than just giving the ideas. So Pallavi, I would suggest you go ahead. You have the full authority to act on behalf of the chapter and do some activities which will earn some money for the chapter.
Yeah, I will, but the chairman and everyone should also take a lead.
They have been taking the lead, no? They have been taking the lead, and not many people have come forward, even from amongst the MC members. I'm sorry to say that none actually come for any of the initiatives which have been taken so far. So that's the sad part. But that's in the past. I'm sure if Pallavi takes the lead for certain activities which will earn certain amounts for the chapter,